I have a thing I love to do where I bend the string behind the nut. And with harmonics, that works really well. If you're right on this fret, for example, you can bend it up to the next, at the end of a tune or something. Now what if you're in the key of G? That's D. If you're in the key of G, so now we're in the key of G. I have a way I like to do that, which is using I like to use it like a pedal steel. So what I do is I use it really what you're doing is taking it from the open string to this note. That's what the notes are. But you're doing it here. Right now I have medium strings on here. If you have a light gauge string, that's a little easier to do it, you know, and most people do have a light gauge string there. I just forgot to switch it for this lesson. It would have been a little easier. And the hard part there, and the thing to remember mostly, is to make sure that you don't have any pieces of pointy strings facing between these two posts, because you want to use two fingers in between the two posts to get enough force to bend it. If you have wound your string around so that there's a piece sticking out here, I've done this before, so I know it hurts. You'll end up impaling your finger on it when you try to do this, and that's something you don't want to have to experience. So. And I guess you could do it on other strings, but the second string seems to be the easiest. On a lot of the guitars with this sort of peg head, like this one, you might have to take that string and wind it up the post a little bit to give you more room. And that's what I did on this. I wound it, you can see how this one's wound down the post so to get the angle. This one, I brought it up the post a little bit so that it's sitting higher. One of my other guitars has adjustable posts, so I have the post adjusted up higher, which makes it even easier. And you have to make sure your nut here is smooth and it's cut properly for your string, otherwise it'll stick up in there. And it can be embarrassing if you do that and it gets stuck. The best thing to do is, as soon as you can, is to get on this side of the nut and bend this string up, and that'll pull it back across the nut. I do one where I go, and I have a harmonic, and if it sticks, that pulls it out again.